Okay, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this to be your last day? Ugh, can't believe it. I'd like to say it went quick, but I know it didn't for you. Um, anyway, today is day 30, and it is something that is truly unique to the practice here at Turning Leaves and working with me as your master specialist or coach, however you prefer to word that. And I designed this because through a realization that I had. Okay. So, that realization you may have heard me bring up already through this period of time together, but it's, what I believe to be wrong with, and not wrong about, but wrong with self-help. If there was any measurable percentage of efficacy in self-help books, there'd be literally no need for somebody like myself to be in people's lives, because we'd be able to read a book and magically everything would be repaired. But also in standardized treatments, so or programs, even if it's not a treatment, when they're standardized too much, they don't allow for flexibility. They don't allow for you to modify what it is they're giving to you. And hopefully you picked up on the fact that everything that I've asked you to do is observe it in yourself and use the skills or the tactics as it will serve you around that particular situation. And so anyway, this particular tidbit that I'm going to give you, I call add, edit, delete, change, shift, morph, make it your own. And excuse me, my dog's home. Beauty of country living with dogs that roam around freely. Anyway, so add, edit, delete. This is where you are going to truly begin to build your story, your mastery, and your life living free from negative attachments, so that, right, you can actually have that clean living, sobriety, if that works for you, or just a life free from those attachments, those habits that we talked about yesterday, all those things that you wrote down. So in our full practice, there's a lot more in-depth work on this add, edit, delete concept, because I go through that with each and every single lesson in our one-on-one time and for those that attend group. But we really lean into how do I add, edit, delete, change, shift, morph, whatever it is that I'm working on to serve me. And it's truly a foundation of what I believe creates that high level of life satisfaction rate that we get in the program. And over the years, I've tracked it to be 95% and above for every client that comes in and leaves, right? Like 95% or above life satisfaction, utilizing the skill sets that I've gone over with you in the last 30 days. So these are the things that I know, or I have proven to be effective, and know that they will afford you the ability to be purposeful in all things that you do, right? It's up to you to dive in and observe yourself. It's up to you to make adjustments to fit your life, and it's up to you to implement them. So add, edit, delete. So in other words, if I gave you a tactic that isn't serving you, by all means, like if you just don't get it, it doesn't work, it makes you more frustrated, I want you to delete that. But I also want you to reach out so that I can give you something to go in its place. Right? But perhaps we just need to edit some things. I've had clients take two different concepts, two different skill sets, two different tactics, and take a portion of each one to make one that serves them, and leaving half of whatever it is out completely. So it's really up to you. Now, I do happen to be very masterful at helping people do that and learn how to do that, because building mastery does take time. It takes effort. It takes diligence. It takes desire. And by all means, it takes you being transparent with yourself and others. So I want you to know and always remember that you are not alone in this. I am here and I'm happy to teach you. Add, edit, delete, so that you can utilize it effectively. But this is what I want to give to you. Don't let this just be something you listen to. Let this series be something that you use and utilize. Again, the clients that I work with come and spend at least 3 months with me. That's the minimum. And they're leaving with the capability of utilizing these things in an effective manner that serves them. So I can't urge you enough to take the time to set up a consultation with me. It is completely free of charge. There is no pressure whatsoever for you to do anything more than to schedule a consultation with me if you haven't done so already during this series. But if you have, reach out, say, hey, you know what, I just need a little bit more of your time. I'm very, very, very flexible. I'm happy to give you a secondary consultation. And perhaps we'll uncover, one of my signature series or services that might help you deepen this practice a little bit further. So there are several different ways that I teach this, and I'm happy to introduce you to any of them. Again, thank you so much for being here with me. Here's to a year filled with holistic health and a ton of emotional stability. May you be free and live free from all of the attachments that are weighing you down. I will talk to you soon. Many blessings.